This video is brought to you by the Farmer Klein YouTube channel. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Hey everybody, and welcome back to another map first impressions video. Today we're going to take a look at Almosta Farm. This map can be found over at the farmingsimulator.com website or the in-game mod hub. And as of the 1.0 release, this map is available for all platforms. So let me read you a bit of the description. It says, welcome to Almosta Farm. Here you'll find 108 small to medium odd-shaped fields that are worker-friendly. An easy place to start farming on several average fields. The map has quite a bit of detail wherever you look. This is an old feel to it, so the BGA, animal dealer, and various sell points are somewhat old, and it gives you the feeling of being a kid running around again. This map is seasons prepared, so it does have a custom seasons mask and is also precision farming prepared, so it does have a custom soil map. I will be taking a look at that soil map here in a little bit. Description goes on to say, an easy place to start farming on several average fields. It has many placeable areas spread out over the map for you to pretty much do whatever you want with. Pick a different starting farm location, or for multiplayer, really great for having various multiplayer farms scattered around. Feel free to offer suggestions, as these will be used to improve the map in future updates. So let's go ahead and jump on in. Go ahead and load up the mods that we will make use of during our map tours. Go. Map starting up there at the top of the list. Things were a little bit out of order from what I'm used to. You'll see the map is loading up here error-free, which is exactly what we expect. And here we are. So let's go ahead and take a look at the PDA. So we have tons of fields, all various shapes, sizes, and orientations. Take a look at the lands. We'll see we start out with the main farm here, $313,000 for that land. We do have two animal pens. We've got a pig and a, sorry, I think that is sheep. Sheep and cows. So sheep are $40,000 and the cows are $75,500. Then we have three fields, fields 13, 14, and 15. There are many placeable areas scattered around the map. So let's take a look here at the top. Got one here north of field 107 and 108 for $124,000. One north of field 100, $131,000. North of field 84, $219,000, $220,000. One south of field 84, $115,000. Large oblong shaped one here between fields 89 and 101 for $182,000. A kind of bone shaped one here over by field 35, and the sell point port warehouse for $234,000. We have two right across kind of from the start farm for $55,000, $56,000, and $45,000 respectively. Then have one just south of field 31 for $98,000. And then one down here in the southeast for $201,000. I have a biogas plant for $94,000 available to us. And then we have the unbuyables, typically the sell points and various other things, buy for $1.6 million. And then, well, a plethora of fields. Field 1 for $555,000. We have a couple round fields for irrigation, $205,000 and $422,000 respectively. And then many areas of forestry carved out so you can buy smaller chunks of a forest should you so wish. Now, let's take a look at this map with the custom soil map. And I believe it was the other map by this map author that was released last week that had quite the interesting soil map, just like this one does. So pretty much every field has every type of soil or very darn close to it when you take a look at this. Quite a rainbowed mix of soil types. Take a look at our prices screen. You'll see we have 6 main sell points that are going to accept the bulk of our grain crops. We also have several sell points for eggs and milk. We have 2 sell points for our wool and cotton. We do have the sawmill for our wood chips, and we have bale sales, which are going to accept our silage, hay, straw, and grass. Should we not own the biogas plant, we have Brianna's Beer and Burgers, Farmer John's Manure for our manure and slurry, and then this map includes what looks like compost. I'm not sure how to make compost on the map. I haven't run across that. Maybe I'll run across that on the more thorough map tour here a little bit later in the video, but apparently we can make compost, and it has 2 sell points for that. And then we also, if we have straw harvest enabled, we do have an area to sell our pellets. We take a look at our vehicles. We start with a decent list of vehicles, all new and well maintained. None of it is leased, so you won't be having any erroneous charges there. While we start with chickens, sheep, and cows, we do not actually start with any animals. And then we do have contracts available on the map. Take a look at our starting equipment with a Fendt Favorite 515C and the Fiat 1300 DT. So our tractors range between 150 and 150 horsepower. With a Bison Super Z056 harvester that is paired with the Z056H grain header. We have the FarmTech TDK 1600 trailer and also a 4-row corn header for our harvester. With a POH5 plow, Polymag 300 cultivator, the Amazon D830 seeder. We have the Amazon ED3000C planter. We then have the Kuhn fertilized spreader as well as the side mower. We have the Vicon tedder, Pottinger windrower, the Rollbelt 150 round baler, Joskin's water trailer. Then we move on to our front loader arms, bucket, pallet fork, bale spike, and weight. Now we have our regular in-game cow pasture, sheep pasture, and chicken coop. We have the in-game grain silo, several in-game easy sheds, and then the Ravenport farmhouse. So there aren't any custom placeables on the map, but everything you see here on the start farm can be sold. And in fact, if you start this map on Farm Manager or start from scratch, everything you see here is gone. No farmhouse, no animal areas, no easy sheds, no silo. Just have a big open plot of land. Build your own stuff. So let's go ahead and kind of explore this starting area. We of course have our farmhouse with the sleep trigger. The sheep and cows are up here on the hill. We have the base game chicken coop. So we have our food trough. Now, if we do play with the animal pen extension mod, we do have the ability to buy the water piping, even for the chickens. And basically, you'll need to put water in down here. Now, this only holds for those that have the animal pen extension enabled. If you don't have the animal pen extension enabled, then you don't have to worry about watering your chickens. We have the small in-game silo. So we have our dump on the left, fill port on the right, big easy shed with some of our equipment there. More easy sheds lined up with our equipment there. And let's go ahead and walk up the hill. We've got a waterfall. We've got a couple of these interesting rock features on the map. Here we have our in-game cow shed. Of course, we have our food trough, milk trigger, delivery point for our cows, water trough, And then our straw point, slurry and manure, the respective locations. Off the fence. Really nice details on this fence. Again, as the description said, the whole map is kind of set up to be have an older feeling to it, so it's not brand new, fresh off the factory floor, fencing and buildings and everything. So here we have the in-game sheep pen. So we do have our wool area, food trough, water trough, and then of course the delivery point for our sheep around on this side. So go ahead and get set up for that fly around and, well, see what this map looks like from above. A little bit of altitude here. And just take a look here at the start farm again. So a large area to put down other buildings. Again, on a new farmer mode, you can sell everything that you see here. And on farm manager and start from scratch, everything you see here is not here. Gives you a lot of player flexibility. And just like we saw on the PDA, we go out here past the entry point to the farm, which looks like we have to go through a little bit of a waterway, then have two placeable areas to the left and right. Area here to our right kind of looks like something used to be there or should have been there. But again, maybe this is keeping with the idea of an older area, an established area. Maybe there was something over here and it's just been torn down and been reclaimed by nature. Might be the overall concept with respect to these plots of land. Do like the custom grass here with the little white and yellow daisies intermixed with our weeds and natural wildflowers. Again, while it looks like something might be missing from here, I think it's more apt that this is kind of set up as a space where, well, something used to be here in the past, but now it's gone, and nature has reclaimed it. Go ahead and take a look around. We've got our garden center and right across from the main farm here. Head on up north. We have Wacky Doo Ranch. Set up as a horse ranch. As one of the sell points. See one of the placeable areas off in the distance as we make our way over to the port warehouse. So we have the port warehouse. We have another large placeable area there, and then we have Robbie D's mill right there. Off in the distance, you see that tall set of rock. That is the main farm. Just to give you a little perspective as to where we are. Some of the forested areas here. Overall, the map has a flat feel to it because a lot of the farmland is flat, but the map itself is not flat. We have some nice details as was described. So we've got a whale skeleton here on display next to a, well, shipwrecked boat. And then we're going to see more. We're going to see more whale bones as we move through here. We've got another rock feature here that is made into a tunnel. And then, well, looks like we've unearthed another ancient beast here in the hillside. So that was a nice little, cool little detail going on. Walking paths. Over here we have our dairy. More placeable areas, like the one over here to our left, as we progress across the southern part of the map. Here we're coming up to what looks like Honest Newell's Mill and Breakwind Biogas Plant. A little bit of fun on the naming of these sell points. For a vehicle shop, which we'll be coming back to briefly. Farmer John's Manure, and then we have a gas station. Got the sawmill off in the distance by the pond. Now, the water pond is not a log sell point. Then we have Wicked Wickie's Wool, Brianna's Beer and Burgers, Animal Dealer, and another sell point, Bale sell point, which we'll take a look at here in a little bit. And then way off in the distance there, just above the 9 on the map, we have It's All Legal Mill. Now, that's a little bit of a questioning business name, if you ask me. I mean, wouldn't you think that all businesses would be upped and up on the legal? So, if you've got to call out that you're all legal in the business name, then maybe, just maybe, you're not all up and up. So if you do go and sell over there at It's All Legal Mill, you might want to double check your sales ticket and your weights. Make sure that, well, you got everything that you're due. Go ahead and touch down here at the shop. We have a repair and customize trigger over here on this side of the shop grounds. And the main shop. Shop trigger. Go ahead and get the Mahindra. And get on with the on the ground portion of the map tour with our drive around. Thought I saw a gate over here. So our first point of interest is over here on our right. You'll take a look. We have an old rundown gas station. Might look decrepit, but she's still pumping out gas. All you farmers that need it. Here I believe we have Farmer John's Manure Sales. Take a look. Farmer John's Manure Sales. We'll head over the bridge and check out the sawmill. We have a nice combination architectured bridge here with wooden deck. Nice to see. We have our wood chip sell point here at the pile. And then on the other side of the structure, we have our trigger and activation icon for our log sales. Again, as I said, the pond here is not functional. It does not work to sell our logs. Really, really interesting setup on this map. I think it'd be definitely worth just spending time driving around, looking through the trees, looking through the forests. Whoa, come on, dude. Stay on your side of the road. Bale sell point inside the building. We have our animal dealer. Trigger right here on the ramp. Go. I believe Brianna's Burgers are next. Stations around back. I really like this road network. It's got a sense of being, you know, legit. Sometimes you get maps where it just feels like the roads are just slapped down. But this has a nice flow to it. This is the spinnery. Yep, Wicked Wicks Wool. This feels like we can just drive around. We don't have to double back or anything because all these roads are interconnected. Pretty much get to anywhere from anywhere. Going down a number of different roads. So over here on our left, we're going to be coming by the main start farm on new farmer mode. There, it's 2 empty plots right here. This is the first sell point that we took a look at. Start of the aerial tour. That is Luca's Garden Center. When I go up here, go basically up a block. Other side of this round field, circular field. Circular field over there. We're going to make our way across the map to It's All Legal Mill. Quick look around. Initial impressions, you get the feel that the map might be flat. It is definitely not flat. But it's not excessively hilly either, so it's a nice mix. Fields aren't really excessively hilly, so you're going to be able to get by without needing to get a huge amount of horsepower. Another one of those large placeable areas, and it's all legit here. I want to, just for funsies sake, I want to cut through this forest, see if I can. But there's a bit of a clearing up here on top of the hill. This is a really dense forest for the most part. Should provide a fair bit of fun in clearing this out for all you forestry aficionados. I like to see the undergrowth on the forest here. You know, so often we get forested areas in Farm Sim where we just have pine needles on the ground. Come out here to a flattened, sunken down, placeable area compared to where we are here. Really nice treatment on that. Making our way around to Wackadoo Ranch. Then over here, it feels almost like the map opens up a little bit. Things are a bit more open. Flatter over here. Clearly we were kind of in some hillier territory over there. That end. Making sure we are on our way around to more sell points. So we're going over there. And as was pointed out by the map author in his other video, the reason most of these roads are dirt is to allow you to eventually merge them together, should you so wish. So clear out some of these trees. If you really want to make these fields bigger, merge them together into one larger area, it's possible. It's a little bit of work. There are trees intermixed around these areas, but with dirt road paths, that is indeed a choice you now have available to you. This is the port. Got our seagulls in the background to give us that sense of being near the water. I want to see if I can't just sneak over here. Sneak up this cliff. Rock crawling. It's a reliable Rob D's mill. Reliable Rob's mill looks a lot like It's All Legal mill. I don't know. Maybe we should question both of them. Got forestry here, and it seems to be going up into a hill. So the base of the forest is kind of flat. I think you're going to find the interior is hilly. In fact, it doesn't even look like this has an interior road. It might be so densely forested with trees. Again, our main start farm is just over there to our left, so we're kind of doubling back a little bit. Still, we're coming back on a different road than we went in on. As far as traffic, we're running around. (17, 18 miles an hour, so it's pretty slow traffic. Pull off over here and figure out, get our bearings here. We need to make our way to Zeke's Creamery and Dairy. Do that with this little side road. Come down 2 blocks and make a right. Dairy over there. Got some smaller fields down here. Get a little bit of a sense that the land is coming down, getting a little flatter, lower to the overall. It ends lower to the overall water as we come closer to the coast. So while there aren't any markers here, the trigger for the dairy is right beside this door. It's right where I am positioned at the moment. Coming across, this is where the whalebone is inside the hillside. Could have come down and under the rock work there. We've got a nice kind of stony, rocky coastline here. And we'll make our way up and, well, I guess we need to double back. We need to double back. We need to get to biogas plant and honest Newall's mill. We didn't do those, so bear with me for a little bit while we double back around. Now, this is a standard size map. I'm sure some folks will be asking what size this map is. If you've made it this far, now you know. This is a standard size map, so it's 2 kilometers by 2 kilometers squared. Let's cut through. I mean, that's what people expect out of me anyway, is to just cut through. The map is going to have a larger feel to it because of how the cell points are spread out, because of how the road network is set up, and because of the sheer number of fields. Fields are smaller. It is just a standard sized map. So we need to come here, we need to turn left, we need to make a right at Wicked Wool. Just so the mini map isn't kind of taking up 3/4 of the screen. This field over here on our right might be one of the hilliest fields to deal with. There's Wicked Wool. You can see the shop on our right. Gas station on our left. And if we continue on past the intersection, feeding out the car, we have our biogas plant. We have our digester here on our left. We have our digestate. Right so, and then you'll notice the seeming omission of silage bunkers. I assume that's so you can put down the silage bunkers you want. Because there's just, well, there's an abundance of silage bunkers available to us, either in-game or in the mod hub. Go ahead and buy this. And put down the bunkers that you want to use in-game or from the Placeable mod hub. Fit. Not fit. Okay, so the big ones won't fit. Mediums. Put in a pair of mediums right there and get yourself 4 bunkers fairly quick. Then we'll conclude our tour over here at Honest Newall's Mill. Wrong turn, Charlie. There we go, guys. That is the map. That is Almosta Farm by Kaz64. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of the map? I think it's a pretty interesting map. I would say that I think a lot of people might judge the PDA, judge the map by its cover, and maybe not give it a second look. But really, it should be given a fair shake for sure, because it has a lot going on for it. It's got a lot of fields, a lot of placeable areas, this map would be really good for a multiplayer map where folks are willing to use small and medium equipment, because the fields themselves aren't super big, but there are a fair number of them for sure. Hey guys, let me know in the comments. Until next time, happy farming. Be sure to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell.